I wanted to come up with a way to get out of this blistering hot sun here in eastern North Carolina. So I built this bamboo structure with a canvas awning, and now I have a way to sit out here, do my spoon carving and green woodworking in a nice cool shade. So stay tuned, we'll show you how we built this whole structure. My local building codes say that I can only have a structure that is 12 by 12. If I go beyond that, I have to use modern building techniques, meaning 2x4 studs, a whole big increase in cost. And I want to use this bamboo that I got for free. I don't want to have to pay for 2x4s and wood and nails and all of that. So we're going to stick within that 12 by 12. Check with your local zoning ordinances to make sure that you don't have to do something smaller, or you may even get to do something bigger. But we're going to go ahead and get started. I do have cinder blocks that I can raise it up to keep it off the ground, to try and stop the ends of the poles from rotting. They're touching the ground. To do this project, I've got these tools laid out for me. I'll use the saw for cutting the pieces to length. I'm going to use this wire for connecting all of my pieces, and also I'll go over the top with some rope. And then I do need some wire cutters, a pen, and some pliers, and a screwdriver. And we'll show you how we use each of those as we go through the video. But for now, you can see we've got it laid out like this. I do have to cut the pieces. This is what I'm thinking of doing. I've got the top laid out, and these pieces will be cut down for the front legs. Those will be the back legs. First thing I have to do is take my pieces of bamboo and cut them all down to 12 by 12 to fall within that. So we're just going to measure this out. Well, this one works out perfect because it's right here and my 12-foot mark is just after it, so that's wonderful. And then we'll be able to use this one as the measurement for all the rest. We might even be able to use these as some diagonal bracing, so never throw away the leftover pieces. So I'm looking down it, you can see that this thing has a big curve to it. Let's see if I can find the straightest section. I've divided them into two piles. One is going to be the frame, the 4 outside pieces, and then these will be the supports that go across to hold the canvas up. And so I went with the straightest ones for the basic frame. We'll go ahead and lay these out. Let's see how close we are to square. We're not going to get this thing perfect just because it is a bunch of bent bamboo. So again, I'm going to use wire for these, but I want to measure it out with a piece of string. It'll be twice the length of this, but what I do is wrap it around the back, come across, lift it up, wrap it, and come across. And then the wire, we will be twisting it to help it get tighter and hopefully stop it from moving. So I know that I need probably this much is about a good length of piece. So it's got to be double this length because I'm going to double it up. For my wire, I've got this stuff. It's used for rebar, for making cement forms and things like that. So I bought it at the local hardware store, and it will rust away eventually, but again, we are not expecting this thing to last super long, just being out in the weather in eastern North Carolina near the ocean. So, but what I will be doing is doubling this up. Then I'm also going to just for looks, use some of that twine or brown rope on it and just give it a much better look. So looks like we're just about there. We'll go ahead and cut that off. Over 5 inches here from the end because I will want those legs held on, and I only marked 3 inches in from this side, so there will be that overlap. This is my baling wire that I have, and so I'm just gonna move it in half, get it nice and tight, and like we did before, it's gonna go under this side, over, it's gonna come across this way, under this side, and then back across. And next, what we do, make sure everything's lined up. We grab our screwdriver into here, and then I'm gonna wrap this around, and then we start tightening it down. We should be able to get it tighter than that. Let's keep going. Okay, to get the last little bit, I just used my pliers and tightened it down. Got the baling wire cut. So for this one, I think what I'm gonna do, just based on how that first one went, is instead of having my loop down here, I'm gonna have it at the top. And that way it should give me a little bit more ability to bear down on it. Next, what we're gonna do is measure where we want our 3 pieces to go. So we'll go in half first. You can see I've gotten the top of the frame all wired up. I think while it's down, I'm gonna go ahead and do the rope on it just so that it's easier right now than doing it over my head. So for my lashing, I did a stopper knot, and then I did the lashing around and ended with a stopper knot. Looks a little bit better and just adds a little bit of strength. Part of the deal was I cannot cut down the sunflowers. I did this as 2 pieces, one going up and down and one going across side to side. And we'll do the next one, try and get them to match. We have it 12 by 12. We put it on cinder blocks to just help hold the feet off the ground so they don't rot away. Well, we have everything temporarily up. This needs to be attached to the frame of the roof, and then we might also need to go with a little bit more of a slanting, longer tie downs for the sides, but we'll see if we even need those after we get everything all together, kind of hoping to make it even more stable. So, well, we have it all connected together. We do have a good amount of strength forward and backward, but side to side, I need to put some braces in this way and over here to stop it from racking that way. And then I think I'm just going to continue putting more and more pieces on here, and maybe even do a weave on some of the back wall. That might look kind of cool. So I'll see if I can get more of the bamboo, but it's coming along. I'm excited to get a roof on there later and have a place to do my green woodworking. So what I'm going to do is to cut these about halfway down and break it off, and that way it can overlap and have a little bit more stability. Well, I think I'm going to go get some more of this bamboo. I'm going to tie the two back legs or four back legs all together to add a little bit more rigidity. And other than that, I think we're getting close. And I'm going to get a bunch of small stuff, go across the roof just to add more supports. And I think the weaving will also add some strength to this. In case the wire starts rusting away, it will all be held together by weaving it. We're continuing to make progress. We've gotten some extra supports on this side. We're adding one more support across here. We've got extra supports in the back, and we're going to keep weaving more and more stuff into there. It is much more sturdy the more I keep adding, and by bending these pieces, it definitely helps with the rigidity. Well, I think I've got it pretty much where I want it. We're going to leave it right here and start putting the roof on. And I can keep adding more wattling to it if I want to. But for now, I think to get this wrapped up, literally, we'll go ahead and stop there. Well, I'm really happy to have some shade to get out of that blistering hot sun. Speaking of sun, my son made me this chisel holder for the side of my spring pole lathe. If you like videos like this, definitely hit that subscribe button. Also hit the notification button so you'll be notified when I put out new videos of green woodworking or blacksmithing or other historical trades.